Almost 10,000 people here.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
The ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000 viewers. It's a good number for the WNBA on an NFL Sunday. However, that was down nearly 50% from last Sunday's Fever Sun contest. By the way, not only was viewers was as well.
Have you captured that moment? The arena roared when Caitlin Clark entered the European court. Unprecedented in women's basketball, the crowd went crazy and sang her name like she was a rock star. She had the full support of her fans.
Fever, select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Will fire and hit.
Hold on, didn't she just leave the WNBA? Maybe on your mind. Yes, it is correct. It becomes quite fascinating at that point. The WNBA is having trouble filling its arenas while Clark is dominating in Europe. Can you picture the difference? It resembles two entirely distinct planets. We're going to examine the potential implications of this for women's basketball going forward. Imagine this. An arena in Barcelona was completely sold out. "We want Caitlin," chanted fans on their feet. We've never seen such tremendous excitement in women's basketball before. Highlights of her performance on the first day, but hold on. Shouldn't she be participating in the WNBA? What's going on here? The audience explodes with excitement as Clark takes the court. For more amazing content, please remember to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Thanks. Clark sinks the three-pointer after letting it fly. Her time in college and her brief stint in the WNBA are very different from this. When they signed her and used her image on advertising and social media, Barcelona Basket understood exactly what they were doing. The supporters are now expressing their gratitude in a big way.
Això és minibàsquet, tenen 12 anys i han de passar aquestes coses, el seu ritme és altíssim i no és fàcil prendre decisions, però el més important és...
She is expressing her enthusiasm at playing in Europe, where the game is more physical and there are different rules. As she embarks on her European adventure, you can guarantee that Clark is prepared to take on this entirely new task. In the meantime, the WNBA is dealing with an unforeseen issue. Do you think the league can function without its most promising young player? You might be surprised by the most recent attendance figures. How many vacant seats are necessary for league executives to become concerned?
NBA investors, actual NBA investors, and owners, that would really be owners, are none too happy right now. And in fact, there's speculation that some of the financials are being possibly hidden even from the owners by the NBA. And
let's investigate the WNBA's actual situation. The results are in, and they are not promising. Both game attendance and TV ratings have significantly decreased, not just slightly. In contrast to the crowded audiences they formerly had, some stadia now feel like ghost towns.
It's going to happen whatsoever, but there's a lot of people that spent a long time building.
You may be wondering how awful it is. Prepare yourself for the stark contrast between Clark's European debut and the present status of the WNBA. Fans were virtually hanging from the rafters in Barcelona during her debut match. She is being referred to as a phenomenon by European media, despite the fact that several WNBA arenas are having trouble filling even half of their seats. When you look at the numbers, it really is night and day.
Really well, and Penn State went on some runs, and we seem to always have an answer, and you got to give credit. I thought Sydney was great. I thought Kylie was great. I thought Taylor was great. You got to step up when your teammates go down, obviously playing without Molly Davis. But I think the biggest key for us was
What is causing this, then? What is causing the WNBA's abrupt decline? There are a number of reasons at work, but losing a star like Caitlin Clark is a major blow, and the league never anticipated that this would occur.
Times Square, take a look. This Nike billboard honors the all-time NCAA Division I scoring leader. It features the caption, "This was never."
Many of the casual viewers that Clark had been attracting who might not have otherwise followed women's basketball are now tuning out. This is one of the reasons the league had to switch to ESPN for broadcasting. It truly is a fall from grace. Some players are finding abroad prospects more alluring as European leagues raise the bar and provide attractive wages in crowded arenas. The WNBA is finding it more difficult to sustain the high caliber of play that fans have grown accustomed to due to this talent drain, and this is just the beginning.
The super curly
Additionally, we cannot ignore visibility and promotion. The WNBA has been making a lot of effort to increase its profile, but it will be difficult without big names like Clark. A vicious cycle of decreased publicity and dwindling viewership results from TV networks' reluctance to offer prime time slots to games that aren't attracting large crowds. You may be thinking, it can't be that horrible, can it? Get ready. According to recent reports, after Clark left, WNBA viewership has decreased by about 50%. Yes, it is correct. They have lost half of their audience.
On your time right now, the Caitlin Clark effect is coming to North Texas. In just hours, tickets go on sale to see the college basketball history maker in her first game in the WNBA.
She makes her debuts in the pros against the Dallas.
The league has been rocked by this enormous decline. According to reports, WNBA executives are in a state of complete panic as they try to figure out how to halt the drop. They have some difficult questions to answer. How do they draw in fresh celebrities? How do they hold on to the ones they already possess? Above all, how can they get supporters back in their seats?
Caitlin Clark, last night, finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball.
Getting fans back into the venues is not the only goal. Everything from sponsorship agreements to TV contracts to ticket prices is being impacted by this decline in viewership. The WNBA's entire financial model is being examined, and if these trends continue, there are serious doubts about its long-term viability. Take a peek at the current cost of tickets. They narrate the tale.
WNBA, what's wrong with diversity, equity, and inclusion? What's wrong with this race agenda? What's wrong with this Black Queens agenda? After what she did at Iowa her senior year, I started saying, hey, I think she's going to be the biggest.
Conversations we had about it was almost too many in a way, but it's a big decision, so it's like not one you want to mess up. I think the main things about Iowa that I liked is one, doing something special that's never been done before.
It's incredible. This is the intriguing part, though. Clark is bringing something remarkable to Europe while the WNBA struggles. It goes beyond her skill. It's the enthusiasm and vigor she infuses into each game. Fans in Europe are adoring it, and the WNBA can currently only imagine the excitement she's generating. Fans in Europe are yelling, "We want Caitlin," as the excitement rises. And it's obvious that Clark is equally excited about this new phase. Clark is more than just a basketball player. She is igniting a revolution that is rapidly gaining traction. Do you find the ticket sales to be impressive? Just wait to see how it affects local companies, TV deals, and products. How far can this Clark effect actually go is the question. The WNBA was having trouble getting off the ground prior to Clark. The league had little media attention, had little attendance, and was frequently eclipsed by men's basketball. However, things quickly altered after that. Clark's presence had a startling effect. Since she came, season ticket sales have doubled, according to the WNBA. Indeed, doubled. Filling seats wasn't the only goal. Concluding remarks, the implications for Clark's career, a retail frenzy unprecedented in women's basketball, was sparked by fans rushing to purchase her jerseys. However, it didn't end there. Beyond the arena, the Clark effect persisted. On game days, local establishments close to WNBA sites noticed a spike in business as patrons flocked to eateries, pubs, and shops to take part in the festivities. Every time she performed, entire cities appeared to spring to life. Have you captured that moment? Clark Caitlin.